Hey guys, it's Kimise and I'm back. I'm excited to be hanging out with you again, doing these weekly video logs and everything, and I hope you're having a good week. It's been a week since the last time I was here. I got some new questions from you guys. Well, I'll give you an update on the channel, where things are going, and give you a little bit of idea what's been on my mind recently. So hopefully everybody's doing great. I'm doing great. Shameless plug, don't forget, guys, if you're enjoying any of this content, that subscribe button, that like button. A small creator like me really gets a big benefit out of you guys doing that. And the comments are fabulous. I love responding to each and every comment. And don't forget to drop me questions for the question answer session. I have a few this week. Keep dropping them. I love them, especially the personal ones. Those are kind of fun to do. So let's just get going. So this is August 25th. Yeah, August 25th and of 2024. And for me in my life, I just finished my first full week of school, and I really had a good week. And I mean, I'll tell you what, if this momentum can keep going with my classes, this could be an epic year for me. I got to be careful sometimes, because when I get hypey and excited, problems happen. So, but well, problems will happen anyways. Let's just be honest with you. I mean, it's public school. What's gonna be perfect about it? But the kids in my classes, I'm pretty happy with the effort they're putting in the first, but it's like the first week, I said. Anyway, sorry, we'll leave that for later. So let's do a catch up on the channel really quick. Guys, we have just finished the first leg of Polaris. If you are into Wizard 101 on the dual school walkthrough, and we're getting ready to go looking for the witch. If you are familiar with the arcs, you know kind of where that's going. Okay, and so I'm pretty excited about that. A new video dropped this morning, and we'll be continuing that adventure in a couple days. Let's see here. As far as King's Isle stuff, you know, there's no new stuff coming out in the worlds. I think we're supposed to be seeing, probably not this year, but maybe next year, we're going to see an expansion to Pirate 101. Krokotopia is supposedly rumored as being a world expansion. I'm kind of excited about that. And right now I'm taking a little bit of a break from Pirate 101, doing some grinding on Wednesdays for gear. I've been doing my Witch Doctor grind. I might just pull out my Musketeer and try to grind for some endgame gear as well with that. I haven't done TARDIS with my Musketeer, so that's kind of what the plan is. Streams are every Monday night for Wizard 101, Wednesday nights for Pyro 101. Wizard 101 still full steam ahead, and I kind of like the ability to do a lot more Wizard 101 streams right now to kind of get the walkthrough making a lot of progress, because whew, it takes a while to get through the full story arc of Wizard 101. So there you go, guys. And if you guys got any ideas or feedback, let me know. I know one guy said don't show every single battle. Like if you do one mob and you have to like fight 2 or 3 times, go back and do it. And I've been trying to think of good ways to do that, so I always remember and be consistent about that. If you think that's a great idea, drop it in the comments. If you have other comments on things you like about the walkthrough and things you would change about it, just drop them there. I'm always willing to check those out and see what improves the format, makes it better. Okay. Minecraft. Well, busy. So these last 2 weekends I've been extremely busy and haven't been able to play on the server a whole lot. I should be able to get some more stuff done today. I've got a lot of schoolwork I gotta get done, and plus I'm on call for my brother's company. I do that about twice a month, and this is one of those weekends. So assuming I don't get called to go out and do a service call with him, I'll be able to get my library done. That's what I want to do today. I want to finish doing all the interior of the library, and if I can get to do the park outside and get it all manicured and everything, then bam, that's what I'd like to do. So the server's going great. Remember, if you want to be on the server, it's a whitelisted server. All you have to do is be a channel member here on YouTube or a Patreon member, and join my Discord. Drop me a DM, and I'll get you the information if that qualifies for you. We have plenty of room on the server. We just expanded the map, and this is a long-term server. So this server is going to be open for us to continue to expand the city, work on our bases, easily for another, I would say at least a year. At least another year. In fact, it looks like Mojang's getting ready to do another little update that gives us some really cool stuff with minecarts and everything. I don't know about you guys, but the whole idea of being able to do really dynamic roller coasters with speed changes and everything, that is pretty sweet. I've always wanted to do a really cool roller coaster in Minecraft, so that might be a project that we're doing that I might do, like outside the city, have an amusement park. Wouldn't that be cool? Because, I mean, you could do some different things with the new minecart physics. So I'm thinking about adding that after I get the zoo done and doing a couple other things. Of course, your feedback and ideas are fantastic. Keep them coming, guys. And so that's where we are with that. Okay, so that kind of leads us into what's been on my mind this week. So what has been on my mind? Well, after this week, I really started thinking about what are some good ways to make major changes. Some of you are young, some of you are old. And it doesn't really matter whether you're young or old. You can always make changes in your life and alter a route that you're going. Now, some of that can simply be like, I want to lose weight. Some of that could be, I want to be more active. Some of that could be, I'd like to be a better student. Some of that would be, I want to be more productive, okay? For instance, I started this channel when I was, 45, I believe, okay? And, there are some things that I did that really helped me get this going and be consistent. I've had many times where I've had exercise in my life. I don't right now, but I've been thinking really hard about adding some daily exercise into my life. And so I'm trying to think about what's the best way to do that. And, there's lots of different goals, could be learning a new skill, such as a hobby, going out, getting certain things or maybe not even getting certain things, just, how do you start the stuff that's going to make it worthwhile? How can you be productive, And everybody's different. Everybody has different things, different distractions, different focuses. Sometimes our lives are up and down. We get excited about stuff. We get depressed about stuff, right? And there's always going to be a lot of different factors. But I ran across some really great way to think about it this last week. And I shared it with my students in my classes. And I wanted to share this idea with you guys today is, whenever you're wanting to make a major change, and remember, major changes do not go quick. In fact, trying to do a major shift change in your life to improve it or to do something doesn't go quick, okay? Usually you're not going to be able to measure it for months. And in fact, these are long-term types of things. So how do you start it off? Because that's really the key. I'm sure everybody's heard of habits. If you do something every day for about 30 days, then generally you can turn it into a habit. And if it's a habit, that's something we're more likely to do. Like, I try to get a video out every day, and part of that is because I turned it into a habit. So I stop, I come do it. Even on days where I'm like not super excited about doing it, I sit down and I think about what I want to do, and I knock it out, because the habit really helps me be consistent, and sometimes consistency is the best way to build in that value of purpose in your life, the fact that you can complete things and accomplish things. Has anybody ever started something, just never gone back to finish it? I tend to be very goal orientated, so I really hate not finishing things I start. Okay, but sometimes to do things over and over again and get a pattern, I got to develop habits, and sometimes habits are tough. So how do you develop a good habit? Well, sometimes you got to start at the top, see what your big goal is. Like, let's say I want to I want to run, or I want to jog, say about a good 10 to 15 minutes a day, and get my heart rate up, or do something, or stretch, or I want to be more limber, okay? So, or I want to make sure I do, 10 to 15 minutes of stretches, I've been like toying with the idea of learning a few yoga poses every day, because, I'm getting old and being more flexible could be a really good thing, right? So, what are some good barriers to entry habits that's going to help me get started with that? That's the key, okay? Barrier to entry. Well, with me, I wake up pretty early already, So how do I get started? Well, maybe it's just getting up 15 minutes earlier, right? Now, that can be a tough barrier to entry. So that's where I'm going to start. Can I get up 15 minutes earlier than what I have? Yeah, I can do the alarm clock. I can get out, maybe take my shower a little bit earlier, okay? It could be something different, like maybe if I decide to do it in the evenings, maybe as soon as I get home from school, I walk in, put on some flexible pants or shorts, and put some sneakers on. Get out of my dress clothes and just change. That's a barrier to entry. Even if I'm not feeling like working out, at least I'm dressed for it, right? And I'm more likely to take the next step and go start stretching if I'm ready for it. So what's the habit I'm trying to cultivate? Is change. Just change my outfit when I get home from work. Wake up a little bit early every morning so I'm already up, instead of driving to work early and sitting in my car until I can get into the building. Maybe do some stretches before I get into my car, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Little things that make the next step a little bit easier. Try that. Drop it in the comments. What's a little barrier to entry you can do that might be? Like, for instance, when you wake up, when you turn that alarm clock off, do you open up social media? Maybe the barrier entry would, instead of doing social media, take that first half hour and just go wash your face off. Maybe walk out, read a poem in the morning. Think about it. Get a glass of water and start refreshing your body, since you've probably dehydrated a little while you've slept. That's a good tip too, So find those little habits you can add in that lead to the bigger change, and then look at yourself 30, 60, 90 days. Have you been more likely to do that next big step, or what will it take you to start getting to that next big step? And that's a key that I came across I thought was really, really good. Okay, guys, so question and answer time. We got a few questions this week. I encourage everybody on any of my videos, my Discord, and of course, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Drop me new comments. I love answering some of these things. So let's see here. Question number 1. Did I miss becoming the sign of Bartleby video? No, because we haven't gotten to there in the storyline. I believe we get to the sign of Bartleby here in just a little while. I can't remember if it's between Polaris and Mirage or it's somewhere in the middle of Polaris. It's going to be in that area, okay? So some good stuff's coming up. Not going to spoil it for those of you who haven't watched the full arc or everything, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I saw a question out there, especially this week. Should I make a healing pet? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. When I decided to do this latest walkthrough series, I wanted some sort of boost and damage. The extra damage, like if you make a full-on damage pet, that can really help you hit harder, But I was looking at my 2 schools, the Fire and the Storm, and they already hit really hard, and I was getting good damage boost already. And since this is primarily me trying to be solo, not doing PvP or doing anything else like that, I want something that would benefit me if I am soloing, and so I made a healing pet. And sometimes my healing pet's been great, sometimes he hasn't. I will say, for some reason in Polaris, he woke up and said, boy, you could use some support in some of these fights. And so he's been absolutely fantastic. And I'm not sure if healing pets get better the longer you use them or more consistent. I still think it's all random from everything that I've read out there. It is. If you guys know anything better than me, drop it in the comments. But yeah, the healing pet's been valuable. It saved my button multiple times, but I'll be honest with you, the strategy of learning those life spells and keeping your deck mastery at life, that almost does the job right there by having a couple of satyrs there in your deck whenever you need them, because it's just, I don't know, I think that's more consistent than the pet. But the pet is nice when it happens. It is nice when it happens. Okay, so I did have some people say, hey, could Season 8 of the Minecraft server, be open for all viewers and subs? I go, well, I did that. I've done that. Like for the first couple seasons of my Minecraft server, I did open it all up. And this is what I found, is that if when it was open up to everybody, I'd have people hop on, they'd play for like 2 days, and then you'd never see them again. They might start something here, you'd never see them again. Except for like a handful of about 3 people who enjoyed playing, and like the server and everything. It wasn't for them, they got distracted too much or whatever. And when I started making it a benefit for those who support the channel, and again, you know, my if you look at my membership fees and everything, they're really really small. It really just helps pay for the server, honestly. And you know what? I found that people who help support the channel through that membership and stuff, they play a lot more. They're more committed. So I'm not against it. You know, I mean, maybe I'll throw a poll out. I think it would swing one way, but you know, I mean, what makes a server fun is people who are committed to all add to it. And big shout out to Whoops. Thanks for, I hope you're doing great. I'm glad to see you back on the server. I should be on later today. And he's been a long time player on the server, and I'll tell you what, he does so much play behind the scenes. It makes playing on the server a lot of fun, and it really makes the economy work because he's made so many great shops over the course of a couple seasons. So it's been fantastic. But anyways, yeah, at this point I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might reconsider it, but you know, get some feedback from the community out there. You know, the Minecraft is not the biggest viewing part of my channel. You know, it's more of a benefit for those who really enjoy the game and who want to be part of that experience with me. Okay, what is my favorite type of food? Woo! Well, did I answer this one last time? No, maybe not. I'll tell you what. Oh, maybe snack? Anyways, let's talk about favorite type of food. My favorite type of food is, well, let's see here. I'll be honest with you, I'm more of a salty person. I do like some sweet stuff. But let's think about, you know, food, yeah, okay. French fries, or really potatoes in general. And unfortunately, it's one of the things I gotta regulate the most, because if I eat too many potatoes or French fries, particular, baked potatoes can fall into that, or fried potatoes, really any type of potato done in a variety of different ways is absolutely fantastic. Some salt on it. I particularly like a little bit of jalapeno ketchup when I'm in the right mood. It's just absolutely fantastic, and I've been like addicted to those since I can remember, since I was a little kid. My parents would get us a thing of French fries at a restaurant to treat us, and we loved it growing up. Now, I mean, like most people, I have a sweet tooth and everything, and of course I like my main dishes and stuff. So if you want to say what main dish or entree is like the favorite thing to eat when you go out, we can do a whole set of questions. But if we just talked about my favorite food, it's got to be the potato, the variety of awesome and incredible things you can do with that potato, and particular the French fry. And I'm not talking a single type of fry. There are many types of fries with all sorts of different benefits depending on what you feel like at the time. Incredibly yummy, incredibly good, and that's all I have for today, guys.